In my last video, I talked about us going over Clingman Dome on March 20th, and this is the rest of our trek through the southern half of the Smokies, and we reached Fontana Dam, which is at the bottom of that big hill, on March 24th. One of the really nice things about hiking this time of year is that a lot of the foliage hasn't grown in yet, so although it is colder and you might get more wind, you also get these unhindered views, which in the Smokies are absolutely lovely. All of these pictures were taken our second day out hiking, which was as perfect of a day as we could have asked for. In terms of terrain, March 22nd was definitely our most difficult day. It doesn't look so terrible, but as you zoom in more and more, it just seems like there are more and more little ups and downs, or what hikers would call puds. It was also pretty rainy that day, but I slept in a little later than these other hikers who you can see me filming from the comfort of my sleeping bag. On March 23rd, as we started to get to lower elevations, we did start to see a lot more greenery. We also stayed that night at Birch Spring Gap Campground, which is probably one of the nicest backcountry campsites I've ever stayed in, and regrettably, I did not take pictures to show you guys. On the 24th, we made the 6 or 7 mile descent into Fontana Village, and as you go down to the village, you get these lovely views of Fontana Lake. And there's tons we can say about Fontana Village. I feel like that could be its own video in itself. But one of the things that Fontana Dam is known for is the shelter called the Fontana Hilton, which is, I've heard, probably the best shelter on the AT. And no matter how scenic something is, you can always rely on hikers to have their dirty underwear and socks hanging out to, get rid of some of that stink.